So resistance part done. Now next part is resistivity. Next physical quantity, it is called resistivity. Now what do you mean by resistivity? Very important part and somewhat complicated. Calculation numericals based on resistivity are somewhat complicated. So resistivity means what? I will tell you the same way as to qualitative and quantitative definitions. Now, first understand what is resistivity means, and then we will see how it is calculated afterwards. So resistivity is actually used to compare elements' resistance. Like we can say that is the resistance is depends on, turn on everyone camera. Everyone turn on camera.
Ma'am, my net is slow, so today I'll not be able to on. Ma'am, can you see
No,
me?
I can't. Yes, now I can.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you see me?
Yes. Resistance depends on
nature, length, temperature, and area.
Nature, length, temperature, and cross section area.
right. So it is depends on nature of material. It depends on length of the material conductor. It is depends on thickness of the conductor. That is what we call as area of cross section, and also depends on temperature. Right. So resistance is completely dependent on all these factors. Then also we consider, now we can consider the nature of material part if we discuss more. Now we say that the silver is the best conductor. Why not copper is the best conductor? Silver is the first. In conductivity, if we compare, silver will come to the first position, second will come copper, third is aluminum, fourth is iron. Now why this, how they have considered this? Now take an example. That is, we can say that is good conductors, low resistivity, the good low resistance, whoever are providing those substances, we call as good conductors. That's right. The substance which provides least resistance are called good conductors. That is what you have learned the definition. And substance which provides more resistance are called as bad conductors or insulators. That is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, take one example about the silver and copper wire. Write down the silver wire and copper wire to compare them. Write in your notebook. Silver wire of length 2 meter. Silver wire of length 2 meter. And area of cross section consider as 1 meter. That is also 2 meters square. Area of cross section is 2 meters square.
Ma'am, can you repeat? Ma'am, can you repeat it?
Silver wire length is 2 meter and area of cross section is 2 meters square. Okay. So total volume is, what is the volume of that wire?
4 meter cube.
4 meter cube. So we have to take the copper wire, same volume. Another consider the wire, copper wire. Same volume remains same.
Same measurement.
No, not same measurements. Now here take the length as 1 meter. And area of cross section is 4 meters square. So what is the volume?
Area of cross section
4
meter square.
Area of
4
cross section
meter
4 meter square. So both of them has the same volume, right? So material what you have taken, that is same because volume is same. But silver has length of 2 meter and area of cross section 2 meters square. And copper wire having the same volume of silver and copper, but the copper wire we have taken of length 1 meter only, area of cross section is thicker. So now compare this and tell me which wire will provide more resistance.
Ma'am, silver.
Why?
Ma'am, because its length is more, due to which the electrons will collide more, and it has a smaller area of cross section.
So number of collisions in both the cases are suitable
Yes,
for
ma'am.
increasing collisions.
Resistance.
So resistance will be obviously more, right? If you compare the lengths of silver and copper, so whose length is more? Silver length is more. Silver length is more. So obviously when the length is more, that means resistance is more. Again, second property, which is again increasing the resistance, that is the area of cross section. Area of cross section of silver is less and as compared to copper. So resistance again will increase in silver wire. So now in both the cases, the volume of silver and copper both are same, but due to difference in their dimensions, the silver is providing more resistance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then how can we say that silver is the best conductor? In this case, in this situation, copper should be a best conductor.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but still we consider silver as a best conductor. Why? Just now I've given you example of dimensions where silver is obviously providing double resistance than the copper. Here in this situation, copper is more conductive. Copper is more good conductor as compared to silver, but still we consider silver as a best conductor. So this
Resistance
means,
depends on material.
yeah, that's what. So what is that property? What that nature is telling us? So that is what I've
Different
explained.
kinds of atoms have different kinds of
The atoms
resistance.
are lined in a particular line-like structure, so it provides more easier passages for electrons to flow through.
So here actually resistance is not the actual criteria to decide whether the conductor is good, best, bad. So resistance is not the only criteria to tell that the conductor is whether it is good conductor or whether it is a bad conductor. So we are not supposed to consider resistance as a property to decide this. So we have to find out the another property which tells us that by knowing that property, knowing that value, we can directly tell the conductor is good conductor or it is much. In metals also, generally we consider metals are good conductors, but in metals also we can compare easily. So how can we compare them? So for that one quantity is required, which should remain constant for all the dimensions. That means the quantity which should be fixed for one particular material. It should not dependent on dimensions. That is, it should not depend on length and area. And that material, that quantity which remain constant for a material which is independent of length and area is resistivity. The quantity, a physical quantity which remain constant for one particular material is resistivity. So resistivity of the material remain constant. You change the shape, size, length, thickness, you change anything, the value of resistivity only won't change. It remain constant for that particular material. So silver's length, area, whatever you change, the quantity which remain constant is the resistivity of silver. And resistivity of the silver is the least value among all the metals. All the known elements or alloys, the value of resistivity for silver is least one. So therefore, silver is considered as a best conductor. So that property which remain constant and decides the material whether it is a good conductor, it is allowing current to flow easily or it won't allow the current to flow easily, is resistivity. Able to understand?
Ma'am, so if the resistivity is less, then the material will be a very good conductor.
Yes. Least resistivity, best conductor, more conductor, good conductor, best conductors, more resistivity, bad conductors.
Ma'am, so
Clear?
resistivity of all substance will be different, right?
Yeah, all substances, the resistivity value different. They have a fixed resistivity. Every copper's resistivity is different. Silver resistivity different. Aluminium resistivity different. Rubber resistivity different. Wood resistivity different. Plastic resistivity different. So everyone has a different value of resistivity, and that value of resistivity remains same if you change its size, shape, area of cross section, thickness, length, you change anything. But the value, that value which we measure it, that remain constant. Resistivity value remain constant. It won't change. And by knowing the value of resistivity, we can decide whether the substance is good conductor or bad conductor. And by knowing the resistivity value, we can say that silver is the best conductor. Clear? What do you mean by resistivity? Resistivity is a constant property of every conductor. It remains constant. It won't change. Now, what is that? Now we will check how to measure it. How to measure that resistivity for a particular material. So that resistivity is actually, for that we have to go back to the resistance dependency. Resistance is directly proportional to length, and resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. This is, we have learned last class. So when we combine both of them, resistance is directly proportional to L by A. We combine these two factors. So we will get it, R is directly proportional to L by A, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then when two quantities multiply they are directly proportional. This means the ratio of X and Y remain constant. When X is directly proportional to Y, that means what happened? The ratio of X and Y will be always constant. That means X1 by Y1, and if take out X2 by Y2, this will be always maintained constant, equal. That is equal to K. K is a constant, right? Is it clear? Similarly, when R is directly proportional to L by A, then the ratio of these two terms, R divided by L by A, will be always maintained constant. It is constant, right? Are you able to understand proportionality?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So ratio of these two quantities should be constant. Then only we have written R is directly proportional to L by A. Meaning of this statement is the ratio of these quantities remain constant. The ratio of R and L by A always maintain constant. And experimentally, this constant value is resistivity of the material. This constant value is itself considered as a resistivity of material.
Ma'am, R is proportional to L by A, right?
Yeah, direct proportional.
Yes, ma'am. So how is R divided by L by
Just
A?
now I have explained here, right, Ritvi? See here what I have explained right now. What I have explained here. When two quantities are directly proportional, then the ratio of them are constant. When R is directly proportional to L by A, then the ratio of these two quantities remain constant. And this constant is itself considered as a resistivity of that material. So it is denoted by the symbol called rho. P-like structure, it is pronounced as rho. So rho is the resistivity of the material. So therefore rho is, if you simplify this part, it will become R A by L is equal to rho. This is the formula for resistivity of the material. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you give the definition for resistivity?
And yes, proper definition I will give you. Now here, understood this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Rho is equal to RA by L. Now they have calculated, how they have calculated. So they have calculated when rho is equal to RA by L formula, we got it. So when they have taken a conductor of length 1 meter and the area of cross section is 1 meter square, then what will happen? In this formula, they have used a conductor of 1 meter length and area of 1 meter square. Then what will happen? Rho is equal to R A by L. A is 1 meter square and L is 1. So it is equal to R 1 meter square by 1 meter. So this 1 get cancelled. So value of rho is equal to R. In this case, value of resistance provided by that conductor is equal to the resistivity of the conductor. Able to understand how they have calculated the resistivity of a material? They have taken, scientists while doing, they have taken conductor of 1 meter length and 1 meter square area of cross section. They have connected across one battery and calculated the resistance. Calculated resistance by V by I formula. By this formula, they have calculated the resistance. That value of resistance is equal to resistivity of the conductor. So that R is equal to resistivity. And this value of resistivity, they have checked out for different areas, different area of cross sections. Whatever the resistance you are getting, that value is equal to the resistivity of the conductor. So this way they have calculated the value of resistivity. So from this calculation only they have defined resistivity. So resistivity is equal to the resistance of conductor having unit length and unit area of cross section. Unit means 1 meter length and 1 meter square area. So then whatever the resistance is obtained, that value of resistance is equal to the resistivity of the conductor. So this is the way to calculate resistivity. Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, does rho, which is equal to RA by L, does it have any unit like?
Yes, unit I will discuss first. First you write it down definition, then I will discuss what is the unit of this.
Ma'am, can you scroll up?
Oh, ma'am,
Yes.
can you go a bit up for a second?
So this is the definition you have to write in all the tests. All school exams, you are only this definition of resistivity is only considered right. So whatever the initially I've explained, that is the meaning of that resistivity. And this is the way it is defined, the way it is calculated.
Done, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So numericals. Have you completed numericals till 19 I told? Have you completed?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so before that, some of the things you need to know. So resistivity of the metals. So resistivity, they have the resistivity values. So least the resistivity, lesser the resistivity, the conductor is good conductor. Conductor is good or better conductor. Maximum value of resistivity, the conductor is bad. So the values of resistivity, you are not supposed to remember, but know the range. Just a sec.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in the example that you gave before, ma'am, like a silver wire and a copper wire, ma'am, so if like the difference between the lengths is like too much, ma'am, like silver is like the length is too much, so the resistance will be less. So which will be so if there's a question which will be a better choice to use as a conductor, ma'am. So then
That is resistivity of the silver is always least one. So therefore silver is only the best conductor.
Mom, can you scroll up for a minute?
Right. Fast.
Ma'am, we have to write this table.
No, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to remember as well. I'm only telling you how they differ. So you can see the values of resistivity. Yeah, one more thing, unit of resistivity. unit of rho. You have a formula, rho is equal to RA by L, right? So unit of rho is equal to unit of R into unit of A by unit of L. So what is unit of R? What is the unit of R? Resistance.
Sorry.
Ohm. Area,
Meter square.
Meter square.
meter square, and length,
Meter.
meter. So this meter and meter squares is 1 meter cancelled. So what is left out? Ohm meter.
Yeah.
So SI unit of rho is ohm meter. Resistivity is ohm meter. And this derivation they ask in exam. They have already asked in 2018 and 19 both. So write down the unit of rho, that is resistivity, ohm meter.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, just a second.
So now you can see here values. The value of conductor for conductors, that means silver, these are the metals. So for metals, if you see the resistivity range, exponents 10 to the power minus 8, right? Then alloys, it is of the range 10 to the power minus 6. So which one is greater?
10
10 to the power minus 8 is greater or 10 to the power minus 6 is greater?
-6 is great.
is greater.
Minus 6 is great. So here generally metals have the resistivity range 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meters. Alloys in the range 10 to the power minus 6 ohm meters. And non-metals and insulators, they have of the length 14, 16, 17. So 10 to the power plus 14 or 10 to the power plus 16. Maximum is 17, 10 to the power 17. So which one is greater here?
10 to the power 17.
10 to the power 17 is greater than 10 to the power minus 6 is greater than 10 to the power minus 8. So insulators have maximum and conductors have minimum
Minimum.
resistivity. So metals have the minimum resistivity, so they are good conductors, and insulators have maximum resistivity, so therefore they are bad conductors. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. Actually, question is why I'm explaining this to you, because the questions are based on this. They will give you three elements, X, Y, and Z, and they will give you the value of resistivity. From that, you have to compare which element is considered as a good conductor, which is considered as a bad conductor. That kind of a question they have asked from this table. This kind of a question they have asked. I will tell you. Give me a second. Write down till that you write it down. Then I will give you one question. That was a case study question based on this. Let me check in which part it is.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, does liquid metals possess resistivity?
Yes, they are. Mercury. Yes. Metal.
Ma'am, do they possess good amount of that?
Mercury is a poor conductor. It will come under poor conductor.
Ma'am, but it is a metal.
Yeah, it is metal, but
Ma'am,
still
what
it is
about gallium?
poor conductor. I'm not telling insulator. It is poor conductor. It is, didn't tell it is a bad conductor or insulator. It can conduct, but less.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, what about gallium?
Gallium also poor.
Okay, ma'am.
Sunanda, can you mute your mic?
Done, ma'am.
Another question based on this can be asked this way. This was a one case study question. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
They have given x, y, z and the resistivity value will be given. So 3 into 10 to power minus 9 is resistivity of x. Y is 11.1 into 10 to power minus 6 and z is 18 into 10 to power minus 17. So increasing order of conductivity. Conductivity is reverse of resistivity. So what is it? So here first in increasing order of resistivity, you first write down. So which one is least one?
18 raised to 10 raised to minus 7.
Ma'am, is this from the worksheet?
No.
Okay, ma'am. So
18
should
into
we
10
just
to
put
power
this normal
minus
question?
17 is the least value. Then greater than this is
7.1 into 10 raised to minus 6.
Minus 9.
Minus 9, sorry.
3 into 10 to power minus 9 and greatest one is 11.1 into 10 to power minus
Minus
6. So that means this is resistivity, increasing order of resistivity. This is a least resistivity. Least resistivity. And this is most resistivity. Now conductivity is exactly opposite, which conducts. So it is which value? This is Z is less than X less than Y. So this is the resistivity ratio. Now what is opposite of it?
Y is greater than X, which is greater than Z.
Y is greater than. So this is the conductivity ratio. Are you able to understand?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Resistivity which resist, conductivity which conducts. So Z is greater than X. Nothing. All the options are
Ma'am,
wrong.
option
C,
A.
C.
A.
Yes, ma'am. A.
A.
A, ma'am.
Yeah, this is A. The best conductor is, now this is a ratio of conductivity. So which is the best conductor?
Z.
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 Z's conductivity is high, maximum. So Z is better conductor. Which of these is best insulator?
Y.
Why?
Why? Electrical resistivity of given metallic wire depends upon
Nature of material.
Nature of material.
share of material. And in the following material, which has the low resistivity? Copper, mercury, and iron. Which one has low resistivity?
Copper.
Copper.
Copper has low resistivity.
Ma'am, should we write the question down?
Yeah, you can.
Now, can you scroll up?
So this kind of questions can be asked for case study based.
Done, ma'am.
I'm just a second.
Don't read all the options, only correct answers you can write.
Done, ma'am.
Completed, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
2
Oh,
minutes.
ma'am.
First. Now, by knowing the resistivity, we can decide for which purpose we need to use which material. Just like for conduction of wire, conducting wires. Just like copper, for conducting wires, the wire which is used to conduct current through our domestic wiring has to be done. So for that purpose, which wire we can use? Which material has to be used?
Copper.
Copper.
Copper, aluminium, silver is preferred. Silver is somewhat costlier, so we generally don't use. Copper and aluminium is used. Reason why we need to use, why we are using copper and aluminium?
They have very small amount of silver and it is very costly.
Silver is costly, and why copper is used?
Copper is the next best conductor and
It
it's
is-
easily available.
Ma'am,
What is the
silver
proper-
is found rarely.
We are not considering about the silver, leave that silver part. Copper and aluminum is used in conducting wires. What is the reason you will write?
They have very less resistivity.
Copper has low resistivity and is cheaper. We can use it.
Yes, it is. They have low resistivity. This word should come in your answer. Not low resistance. It is low resistivity because resistance is variable quantity. Resistivity is a constant quantity. So therefore, the resistivity of copper and aluminum is lesser, and they are cheaper. Therefore, we use them. Clear?
Ma'am, one more thing. Ma'am, you can make an alloy of alnico out of these two materials.
Alloy, we don't use it for conduction. Alloys, we don't use for conducting materials. Okay. Then the second question asked on this is why tungsten is used in the filament of a bulb? Why tungsten is used in the filament of bulb?
Tungsten has a high resistivity, and due to that, it causes mass liberation of light and heat.
Okay, and
Higher resistivity.
tungsten has high resistivity
And because it
among
doesn't
metals.
burn easily.
Burn easily. Yeah, okay, oxidize easily. It does not oxidize easily at high temperature. Now you need to know in bulb, whatever the filament we are using, it should have the property of high melting point. Because when the current is passed to produce light energy, it has to produce first the heat energy. The larger value of heat should be produced, then only that heat energy will be converted into light energy. So to that high amount of heat energy, the substance should not melt. So such material which has high melting point should be used in filament of a bulb. So that is preferable is tungsten. So tungsten has high melting, it has a high resistivity. So due to that, it can provide larger resistance and produces large amount of heat energy. It can produce, so that heat energy only converted into light energy. That is the first reason. Second reason, it has high melting point, so it does not melt easily at high temperature. And the third one, it at high temperature, possibility of a chemical, it can undergo chemical reaction very easily. So the tungsten won't at high temperature also does not oxidize readily. So therefore, tungsten is used in filament of a bulb. Able to understand the reason? Always ask questions. These questions are asked for good
Yes, ma'am.
reasons. So write down the first one. Copper and aluminum are used for conducting wires. Reason? As they have low resistivity. Second,
I won't watch here and we'll watch in his house. House.
He's sitting in Mohammed's house also, what if you all know?
No, I think he's in his grandfather's place. I don't know if he
He
came
doesn't
back.
have computer.
Yeah, I don't know if he came back.
Ma'am, in high melting point, is there anything to write further?
No.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, that time you said alloys are not used in conductors. Ma'am, why?
Alloys provides more resistivity. Alloys have more resistivity. They provide more resistance. So wherever the
Ma'am, but
conducting wires we need, there we don't use alloy.
it's also a mixture of metals, right? So it should balance out.
No, they don't balance anything. They have increased the resistivity. So you have seen the resistivity range of alloys are more than metals. So for conducting wires where more conduction is needed, no obstruction is required, that places we can't use alloys. Otherwise, more amount of heat will be produced and the wires will keep melting.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the first point properly.
What?
Like how does it produce heat and light energy when it has more resistance?
Whenever there is more resistance means what happened? How the resistance is provided? By number of collisions?
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever there is a collision, any two objects collide, they produce heat energy.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Whenever there is a collision, there is a production of heat energy. So more collision, more amount of heat energy will be produced.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear?
Is it tungsten alloy?
Tungsten is a metal.
Mom, what if an
Okay.
alloy is made up of silver and copper? Still, it will have less resistance.
But silver, it is costlier.
Okay, mom.
Generally, we don't use. In solar panels, we need to use silver only, not copper.
Okay, mom.
So therefore, solar panels are costlier. So a numerical based on this resistivity part. So here for these questions, you have to write down the given things and then the formula. So first part, what are the things given?
The length.
A cylinder of material 10 centimeter long has a cross section of 2 centimeters square. The resistance along the length will be 20 ohm. What is its resistivity? So they have given length that is equal to 10 centimeter. Then area of cross section A is equal to 2 centimeters square. And the resistance is given 20 ohms. And they're asking to find resistivity. Okay. Now for this, you have to keep eye on the unit of length and area. Both of them are same. So whatever, by keeping the same value, we will get the answer in ohm centimeters. So that's fine, no problem. You can find the answer in ohm centimeters. You have to keep eye, that is both the units should be same. So you have the formula, resistivity is equal to RA by L. Substitute the values. R is 20, area is 2, by length is 10.
4 ohm centimeter.
So this is 2, that is equal to 4 ohm centimeters is the value of resistivity. And if it is in SI units, if it is asked, then if it is asked in SI units,
0.04
0.04 ohm meters. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, first question. Deepika, can you tell what are the things given?
The length of the wire is 80 centimeter.
Length of the wire is 80, okay.
Area is 0.025.
Area is 0.025 centimeters square.
Resistance is 1.5 ohm.
Vast resistivity.
We need to find.
Okay. So
So it's RA by L.
RA by L, okay.
So it's 1.5 into 0.025 by 80.
Calculate. Now listen how to do this. Now this decimal numbers. Now here the student stuck. 1.5, convert all decimals into fractions. So 1.5 will become
15 by 10 into
15.
25 by 1000.
Just a sec, something has happened. No, I think.
Ma'am, this is 21st one, right?
Yeah. So this will become 15 by 10 into 0.025 will become
25 by 1000.
25 by 1000 into 1 by 80. Okay. So now this is 15 into 25 by 8 into exponential power. Can we write exponential form?
10 to the
10 to the
power
power 4.
5.
4.
8 into 8 we have taken. So this is 1 0, 3 zeros and this 1 0. So 10 to the power 5. So it is 15 into 25 is 375 by 8 into how much?
10 to the power minus 5.
Minus 5.
Okay.
Now find out this. 8 4s are 32, 5 55, 8 6 are 48, 0.48 means 770, 8 8s are 64, then 660, 60 that means 7s are 5s are 46.875 into 10 to the power minus 5, or in standard form it can be written as 4.69 approximate 10 to the power
minus 4.
decrease, that means this is increased, minus 4 ohm centimeter. Clear?
Ma'am, is it always necessary to write like 10 raised to something?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
In a standard form, you have to write in standard form. Clear, everyone? How to do calculations?
Yes, ma'am.
In this part, calculation
Yes,
is
ma'am.
only the bit problematic.
Done, ma'am.
Next question you can solve, 22nd. This 22nd question. You can solve it.
Done, ma'am.
What's the answer?
Ma'am, 1.7 into 10 to the power minus 8.
Right. Third one. So, 22nd, everyone completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
1 minute.
It's a question of 1 minute only. Now in this question, 23rd one, calculate the resistance of 1 kilometer long copper wire. That means length is given 1 kilometer. Radius is given 1 millimeter. And resistivity is given 1.72 into 10 to the power minus 4 centimeter. So resistivity is given in centimeters. So everything we need to convert into centimeters. Is that clear? And they're asking to us to find resistance value. First thing, radius is given, but in the formula we have area. So we have to use area of cross section. And area of cross section is, it is always a wire is cylindrical wire. So area is always pi r square. Okay. So first length convert into centimeters. Here the resistivity is given in ohm centimeter. So therefore we need to write everything. Length should be in centimeters and area also should be in centimeters square. So 1 kilometer is equal to how many centimeters? For that, how many meters?
1000 into 100.
1000 meters, and 1000 meter is equal to 1000 into 100 centimeter. In exponential form, 10 to the power 5 centimeters. Clear this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Radius given 1 millimeter means how many centimeters?
10,000.
1 millimeter, how many centimeters?
0.1.
0.1.
0.1 centimeter. That means can we write 10 to the power minus 1 centimeter?
Yes, ma'am.
0.1 can be written as 10 to the power minus 1. Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So area is equal to pi r square. Pi is 3.14 into 10 to the power minus 1 square. So this is equal to 3.14 into 10 to the power minus 2 centimeter square. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have to calculate R. R is equal to rho L by A. Rho is 1.72 into 10 to the power minus 4. Length is 10 to the power plus 5. divided by area is 3.14 into 10 to power minus 2. Simplify. Exponential, use the laws of exponents. And here it is, numbers are 1.72 by 3.14 into 10 to the power.
And
What's the-
3.
It is 3. So here, numerator and denominator, if you multiply with 100 to remove the decimal, so we will get 172 by 314 into 10 to the power 3. Calculate this value. 157, 86. So 86 by 157, 86,000 will come. 86,000 by 157. Find the answer by long division. Able to understand how to convert all the units? In exponential form will be always better. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the conversion of radius.
Ma'am, I'm getting 54.77.
54? I don't think so. Check.
No,
again.
ma'am, 547.7.
Yeah, 547.7 you will get it.
Yes, ma'am, 547.7.
Yes, right.
Ma'am, till where we have to solve the question?
This one completed? I need to explain all questions you can't solve.
Yes,
I need
ma'am,
to
this one
explain further.
completed.
I need to solve those questions. You can't solve those. I need to explain you, then few of the question you can solve. These are all questions are different from each other. Now this question. Here, now next question. Two copper wires, A and B, of length 30 meter and 10 meter, have radii 2 centimeter and 1 centimeter respectively. Compare the resistance of two wires. Which will have less resistance? You have to find out. Now there are two different wires, but they are made up of, both the wires are made up of
Copper.
copper. That means, what does that information tells us?
And so
Resistivity.
resistivity is same.
Resistivity is same. Both of them are made up of copper. So resistivity of both of them is same. Right? Then length is 30 meter of wire 1 and the wire A is 10 meter. Radius is 2 centimeter and this one is 1 centimeter. Now we need to calculate the area. So 2 centimeter convert into meters. That is
0.02.
0.02.
that means in exponential form
2 into 10 to the power minus 2.
2 into 10 to power minus 2 meters. And here 1 into 10 to power minus 2 meters. Area is pi r square. So area is pi into r square is
2 into 10 to the power minus 2.
r square.
R square is 2 into 2.
2 square.
2 square is 4 and 10 to the power minus 2 square is
0. 1.
10 to the power minus 4.
10 to the power minus 4.
Yes, ma'am.
10 to the power minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. What's the answer?
10
10
to
to
the
the
power
power
minus
minus
4.
4. So the area is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 4 meters square of first. Second, B pi into 1 square is 1 into 10 to the power minus 4 meters square. So these are the areas. Now we have to compare their resistance. So this is RA and this we will consider RB. So RA by RB is equal to, we have to write in the ratio form. RA is rho L by LA by area of A. Area divided by rho length of B by area of B. Clear? This step clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Resistivity of both the materials same, so we can cancel. So resistance ratio is equal to length of A by area of A into this denominator fraction will go to the numerator. Area of B by length of B. Clear? This step clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So length of A is 30 meter. Area of A is 4 pi into 10 to power minus 4. Area of B is 1 into pi into 10 to power minus 4 and length of B is 10 meter. Simplify. 0 get cancelled, pi get cancelled, 10 to power minus 4 cancelled. So what is left?
3 by 4.
3 by 4. So RA by RB. Resistance of A by resistance of B is equal to 3:4. So which resistance is more?
RB.
RB is greater than RA. So which has, what they have asked, more or less, which has less resistance? So which one has less resistance? Wire A.
A.
So wire A has less resistance. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Mom, could you scroll up?
Yes.
Ma'am,
These numericals are somewhat complicated, but try to practice, you will understand. Beginning you may face difficulty.
Ma'am, is the papers corrected? Ma'am, can you please scroll up? Thank you, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Complete everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next question is 4 ohm wire is doubled on itself. Calculate the new resistance of the wire. Wire remains same, so resistivity won't change. But here what has changed?
Area of cross section.
4 ohm wire is doubled on itself. Doubled means folded.
8 ohm.
For example,
Area half.
Ma'am, for a minute, could you please scroll up one?
why this much time is needed to write?
No, ma'am, I thought I missed something.
Ma'am, the length is reduced.
Length is reduced to?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Ma'am, half.
So now suppose I have a clay. Okay, this one is clay. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is a wire, suppose. Now this is, I'm doubling on itself. You are able to see the cross-sectional area of it. Now, if I
Yes,
will
ma'am.
doubling means what? This is the wire. You are able to see this is the cross-sectional area. Now I will fold it. So if I will fold it, what happens to the area of cross-section now?
Increases.
It increases.
Doubles. Doubles.
It will double. Both of them get added up. And what happens to the length?
Becomes half. It becomes half.
So when the wire is doubled on itself, that means it is folded on itself. At that time, length doubled word is used to make it, that is, it is halved. It is exactly in half, it is folded. So this is a half part. Both of them are equal. So therefore, length is halved and area of cross section is doubled. At the same time, both the changes are happening. And the same condition, if suppose I'm stretching this wire, this is a wire. If I'm stretching it, what happens?
Length is increased.
The length is increasing.
Length
the
is
area
increased.
cross
Length is
Cross-section is
increasing, and
decreasing.
what is happening to the area? Thickness
It's
Reducing.
decreasing.
It's
It's
reducing.
reducing. Why? Because volume we have to maintain constant. Volume of this clay remains same. That is this wire remains same. Volume remains same. So to maintain that volume, if you change the length in the same ratio, the area will also change. So remember, when it is stretched, wire is stretched or it is doubled, the length will change, and along with that area will also change. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
So
so if
in
it
this
is doubled,
case, it is doubled on itself. Doubled on itself. That means it is folded. Folded into half. So in this case, what it is original area. Suppose original wire. It has resistance of R1, we will take it resistance of 4 ohm. Length is, we will consider L. Area is A. Now, what is the resistance now? Resistance R1 is equal to rho L1 by A1. That is rho L by A, right? That is the value of R1, which is 4 ohm. Now for the new wire after folding. New wire after doubling. What is the length? Length is
L by 2.
L by 2. Area, new area?
2A.
2A. Now, resistance we have to calculate. Resistance is equal to R2 is equal to rho L2 by A2. Resistivity won't change, so it is rho only. So rho L2 is L by 2 and area is 2A. When we simplify, we will get rho L into 4A, right?
yes, ma'am.
So 1 by 4 we can write outside. Rho L by A. So this rho L by A is rho
First,
L by is
original resistance.
original resistance R1, and R1 value is
4.
4 ohm. Let's get cancelled. So what is the new resistance?
1 ohm.
1 ohm.
1 ohm. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If you
Yes,
recall
ma'am.
gravitational
Yes, ma'am.
questions, the similar ones. If you recall the gravitational questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, in the next question, we have to increase things.
Yes.
Like length is doubled and area of cross section is halved.
Yes, right. Because it is stretched to double its length. Next question. It is length is increased to twice its length. So what happens? Length will be, new length will be
2L and A by 2.
2L and area will be
A by 2.
A by 2. Right. Then find out the similar way. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Got the answer?
I'm 80.
Everyone got the 80?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone got the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Only 3 students got the answer.
Not the answer, ma'am.
Got the answer.
Yeah. Parth, Soumya, and Joseph. Only 3 students got the answer. Other students?
Ma'am, I got the answer.
Okay.
Mom solving.
Next question. I will only explain you, so you have to solve. I'm only explaining it. 27. 26, everyone completed? Mohit, have you completed?
Done, ma'am.
Mohit? Mohit, are you there?
Ma'am, I'm doing.
Why this much time?
Ma'am, I'm doing, ma'am.
Exactly similar as I have done here.
Yes, ma'am. I'm almost done.
Namita completed? Here in this question, what they have given? A potential difference of 2 volt is applied across the ends of the wire of 5 meter length. Current of 1 ampere is found to flow through it. Calculate the resistance per unit length of the wire. So first, what is the resistance of this wire, initial wire?
2 ohm.
V by I. V is potential difference is 2 volt and current is 1 ampere. So resistance will be 2 by 1 is 2 ohm. But that 2 ohm wire is of 5 meter length wire. When the length of the wire is 5 meter, then the resistance you got 2 ohms. Then what is the resistance per unit length? That
2
means
by
1 meter. For 1 meter length is
0.4 ohm.
resistance is equal to V by I, that is 2 by 1, which is 2 ohm. So 5 meter wire has a resistance of 2 ohm. Then 1 meter wire has resistance of
2 by 5.
2 by 5 ohm, which is 0.4 ohm. And then when the resistance of 2 meter wire,
0.8 ohm.
2 meter wire has 0.8 ohm. That is the second answer. Now third one, the resistance across the ends of the wire, if it is doubled on itself. The same question. In this case, you have to consider the initial conditions. So when the wire is doubled on itself, you have to calculate the new resistance. Initial resistance was 2 ohm for 5 meter length. You have to calculate for when the wire is doubled on itself, you have to find out the new resistance. Can you calculate?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in the third part, we have to take the resistance as 2 ohms.
Original resistance is 2 ohm.
Okay.
Could you just repeat your voice was breaking?
So here I've written everything for first two answers. And the third answer is similar to the 25th or 24th answer question. It's doubled on itself. So length is halved and area is doubled. Then find the new resistance. Okay.
Yes.
Now you can solve. So questions till 32 you have to finish by next class.
It's the homework, ma'am.
Yeah, homework question number till 32.
Okay, ma'am.
33 questions.
Okay.
Till 33 you have to finish. In that 31 is repeated. Then next class we will start with combination of resistors.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So tomorrow test at 6.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
take-
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ritu, I will talk to you. Wait, everyone will leave then. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.